It was an awesome night for me, man. It was exciting. It's a night I've been thinking about since it happened. I can't get it out of my head, and how much better I feel. The last couple of weeks, I haven't seen Bad Brad Michaels anywhere. No, you know, hold on. Shut up, crap flap. Are you dead serious? Are you really coming out here trying to pull this, huh?
You're the old school sucker Randy Price, right?
You know it, man. Every one of these suckers know it.
Well, you're served. What that says is you are officially being sued. I am gonna take you for everything you've got, Randy. Every dime you have. You're not gonna throw your name for the Impact Division Championship. The only place your name's gonna be is in a court of law, Randy. And that's old school.
We at Dombrowski, Bilken and Stein, we're here for you, and at this point, I feel that Randy Price will be paying dearly.
My neck hurts. I'm on so many medications. Write that down.
So
medication expenses.
many drugs.
Yes, so many. Let's go talk to Randy in person, and let's see what kind of lies he has to tell. Let's depose Randy Price.
Depose.
Randy Price, I am sick and tired of watching you out here having a good old time. It's time for you to face the music, Randy. It's time for you to be deposed. Let's call it like it is. When my attorney comes out here, he's gonna ask you the tough questions, and you're gonna have to tell the truth, Randy. You're gonna have to be honest about the fact that you're about to lose everything you own. You're about to lose your cars. You're about to lose your house. You're about to lose your bank account, your savings account, your wife, your kids, your family, Randy. How are you gonna feel at the end of this lawsuit when I'm at home with your wife and your two little boys, and they look up at me when I tuck them into bed at night and they say, I love you, Daddy.
You listen here, you stupid piece of crap! I don't care about my damn cars! I don't care about my house! I don't care about my bank account! Don't you ever speak of my family again! Don't you ever speak of my kids! As I look you in the eyes, you pathetic piece of crap, and everybody around me can see the look on your stupid little face. It's obvious you're nothing but full of crap. I'm not afraid of the lawsuit, Brad. Why don't you get that? I'm not afraid of your stupid lawyer. And worst of all, Bad Brad, I'm not afraid to kick your ass.
Stop. Bring him out. It's legit, Randy.
Brian's head is definitely covered in cheese right now, and that's exactly what we mean when we say feel the impact. Now Brad Michaels is out here.
Why did I do that to Brian Cruz? Because he's a liability, not an assassin. I don't need him bumbling around, making mistakes, week after week after week.
When I'm done breaking Randy Price's neck, I may just scan the crowd, grab those two little snot-nosed punk kids, bring them right here in this ring, and pile drive both of them, one at a time. I'm a Hall of Famer, and I get what I want, and what I want is to snatch his skank wife by her nappy hair. I want to pull her in this ring, and I'm gonna pile drive her, if you know what I mean. That's old school. July 20th, Evolution, teacher versus student. One more time, baby.
Well, we just saw a video of the all the tensions that have happened, and really that video doesn't know justice at all.
It's fair to say that these two men are engaged.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. From Bradstreet GA, the Spanish Street, and the OUSA, the CEO of the OSA, Bad Brad Michaels!
As I was saying, it's fair to say that these two men are engaged in what can only be called a blood feud. The feelings between them run absolutely deep. And believe me, if there's any man in this entire business who's capable to get underneath the skin of somebody else, I have seen Brad Michaels do it so many times. He'll pull tricks, he'll lie, he'll cheat, and he will steal in order to get out of here with a win. And he may very well have to do all of that tonight.
And,
to overcome Randy Price.
I recall a time when he was up here in the commentary booth with me, and he didn't, he didn't seem that bad. But in recent history, he's just been incredibly despicable. There's no words to describe it other than
His
despicable.
opponent, the old school sucker, Randy Price.
Well, I'm sure you saw me backstage, Mike, as I was standing next to Randy Price. I have never seen him more focused. I've never seen him more intense than he was when I got to get some thoughts from him on his way up to the ring here. He could barely contain himself as he knew he had the opportunity now to get his hands on a man who has put him through living hell with all the deception that has gone on over the past few months. And this is going beyond. Both of these men very proud to call themselves old school, but this is way beyond old school. This is deeply, deeply personal. And one of these two men may not be able to walk out of here under his own volition tonight.
It would be a very tragic thing, but unfortunately, I hate to say it, I do have a prediction for this one, even though I'm normally not supposed to, but the pile driver. That's been the whole focus of both of these guys, and it was really one of the inciting incidents between of the feud, and it's been a tool ever since. But it's almost likely that that's how this is going to end for one of these guys. And now, even granted, Brad Michaels wasn't as bad off as he said that he was, which is a very twisted thing to do. But it's something that I don't think either one of them could really take another legitimate pile driver.
No, the pile driver itself is an extremely devastating move. It's been banned in many states because of the danger to the upper neck, to the vertebrae. It's put people out permanently from professional wrestling. Brad Michaels is a very long-term master. Of course, you can't do the pile driver if you can't get in the ring. Right now, Randy Price has been very effective at getting Brad Michaels out of the ring, keeping him out of the ring. But yeah, I suspect you are correct. I suspect this match very well may come down to one single pile driver. I don't know which one of these men is going to be the one to be on the receiving end.
Well, we saw Mark Wilson trying to gain control of Randy Price just moments ago as he was trying to make his way out of the ring. And Randy turned around like he was going to cooperate, now worked his way outside of the ring and is working over Brad Michaels pretty well. Took him out with a clothesline and put his foot right into his neck, and now we see these chops coming in from Randy Price.
I have never seen so much hatred in the eyes of Randy Price as I did when I was backstage interviewing him. Randy Price, he loved to shuck and jive with the coach. He loved to start with the old school suckers. He loved to bring back the old school feel. But like I said, this isn't about this. This is incredibly personal. Brad Michaels has made it personal, and both of these men are going to fight until their bodies cannot get up. And they're fighting all over the outside of this ring. Mark Wilson is being very, very lenient, and I say good job for him, because I think the fans don't want to see a double count out here. They want a clear-cut decision as to which one of these two men can walk out of here victorious.
That's all. That's what these fans want, and they know. Every single one of the fans knows how deep and how bad the blood is here between Randy.
Ring announce table clearing out there. Anna Lynn Storm and Q running away there. Randy Price breaks the count and then goes back on the outside. Man, this is not an Impact Rules match, but they're almost making it one after the fact.
Well, nobody's calling for a disqualification, which is good.
Let them settle it. Let them take care of this situation.
Any other night this could have been a main event.
Right.
Any other night except for Evolution.
Yeah, because we've said it's only going to get better from here. This is just the third match. We've still got 2 more matches to go. And wow, the imprint left on the front, on the chest, as well as the impact of the railing across the back of Brad Michaels there.
We're finally going in the ring. We've been outside the ring for about a minute and a half now. Randy Price has finally decided that Brad Michaels is in bad enough condition to take him back in the ring.
The fans chanting OSS in support
Wait a minute.
of Randy Price.
Brad Michaels now.
Michaels will take advantage of any opportunity. He was thrown back in. He took that opportunity to rest while Price was gearing up the crowd, was getting the crowd behind him. And he took just that split second in order to recuperate himself and be able to take over from when Price jumped back in.
Brad Michaels is he's very quick to put a hurting on Randy Price, and I mean, which he needs to do. Don't get me wrong, because Randy Price, the determination that he has tonight is to take Brad out completely. We all just heard it a few short minutes ago. Hell, you were there in person. You know, if there's anybody out there who doesn't believe me,
Yeah.
Well,
Randy Price now has been on the receiving end of a lot of the brutality from Brad Michaels. As Michaels continues to punish, and it all seems to be focused around the throat and the neck, perhaps, again, like you said, softening them up, weakening them up in preparation for that pile driver. If you can work that neck over, the pile driver becomes even more devastating, as if it weren't devastating enough.
right, yeah, and it's something, you know, if he's already softened
he's
up
looking
for
for
it.
Was he going for it? I think he might have been going for it there.
I think that was like the very beginning stage of it. And of course, Brad Michaels definitely has enough skill to make it happen relatively quick.
Yes, he
but
is.
Randy knows.
Randy knows exactly what was being set up for there. You saw him scoot back. He still has enough presence of mind to get out of that position. He does not want to find himself hooked and locked with his head between the knees of Brad Michaels. And again, Michaels just going straight to the throat, straight to the choke.
He's like a pit bull.
Breaking it for. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, there you go. That couldn't have been too pleasant on Brad Michaels' chin.
And now Price with Michaels down. Price applying the choke. Giving Michaels a taste of his own medicine right there.
Randy Price, I think, having to be put in his place by referee Mark Wilson as far as what he can and can't do.
No, Price, I don't think Price sees Mark Wilson. I don't think he hears him until Mark just gets physically involved in there to pull it off of Brad Michaels. He wants to do to Michaels what Michaels has been doing to him from pretty much this entire match.
That's absolute torture when you take into consideration the
Michaels
last
goes
4
for the
months.
super kick. Price blocks it, spins him around, kicks him in there. Price down. Oh! For the pole driver.
Oh, that had me worked up right there. I'll tell you what, I thought Randy was going to get that pile driver.
I did too. He had Michaels locked. He had those knees locked. He just needed to get more. He just had another second to boost that body up. He could have put him down, and you can look at the eyes of Brad Michaels right there. And even though he'll wave it off, and even though I'm sure he'll say, "Oh, I was never in any danger," he's worried. He is worried. Was just a second away from coming crashing down on his head.
He's worried. He knows what he was up against. He knows what he just narrowly avoided. And now he's going to make the best dragging Randy Price outside of the ring.
Well, back to the outside, which is where Michaels has had most of the success. And most of this match has been handled on the outside.
Wait, now he's trying to bend the neck of Randy Price over the bottom rope.
That's a good call, Mike. Yeah, using those ropes as a weapon, again, to soften up the tissue in the back of the neck there. Price now though back on the offensive here. Back Michaels, well, have back Michaels back against the barricade.
Where are Brad's fingers? Are they?
I think they're digging in the eyes.
Yeah, he raked his eyes.
Yep.
Oh God, that's painful. That's incredibly painful right there.
And you can hear the fans expressing their dislike for bad Brad Michaels. He will not be winning a humanitarian award anytime soon from the fans of ICW.
No, not by any means. Not by any means. Now Brad Michaels taking a turn at delivering the chops, or returning the favor, should I say, with the chops that Randy Price gave him earlier.
And now back and forth, but Michaels cuts that off with a poke in the eye, and then delivers another follow-up chop on his own before driving Price's head into the top of that steel railing.
Price is now down outside of the ring, and it's looking worse and worse for him by the minute. Brad Michaels has his foot on the ear of Randy Price, and now Brad Michaels. Oh no, actually, no, he didn't even climb back in the ring.
No, he just barely slid in there to break the count.
Yep.
Just enough to get Mark Wilson to stop the count so that they wouldn't end the match that way. They want to see an end to this just as much as the fans do, just as much as we do. Everyone wants to see this thing come to an end, and it's going to come to an end tonight one way or another between these two men.
I just, I'd like to say that as much as I love all the action out here, it's certainly something. It's not a case where I want to see anybody taken off in an ambulance, And that would be tragic.
Well, with the two of these men, with the feelings that they have towards each other, I'm not certain how you could avoid one of these two men not having to be carted out under an ambulance situation. You see Price colliding with one of our ringside security men there. Everybody in danger on the outside here as they work their way around the crowd. Michael's just scraping the head across the top of that railing of Randy Price.
I'll tell you what, this crowd is livid right now.
Oh, we got a great crowd here tonight at the Impact Arena. Fans, if you are not here, you are absolutely missing out. This crowd is 100% into what they are seeing here. They have been since the moment we took to the airwaves. And now, Brad Michaels with Randy Price in the middle of that ring, twisting that neck, applying pressure. Again, a very simple maneuver, an old school maneuver, applying that pressure to the neck, softening up that head and that neck. And we all know what that is going to lead to. Knee strike into the side of the neck, and then again, bending it, twisting it in a way that is just unnatural for that neck to go.
That just looks incredibly painful. I'm kind of craning my own neck up here, and I'll tell you what, Randy Price is in a lot of trouble right now. He needs to find a way to break out of this.
He absolutely does. He may need to resort to one of Michael's tactics. He may need to go to a low blow or to an eye rake or do something to get out of this.
There it goes. There it is.
All right, shots into the midsection by Price. Three of them repeatedly. Price off the ropes. Ducks a clothesline by Michaels. Ducks a reverse elbow. Rolls him up to the corner. And ascends up here.
Oh, Randy Price has got something good in mind.
Yes, he does. Yeah, the fans count along with him. There's 5.
Look at the arm of Brad Michaels just flailing around.
Got him up to 9. Oh, a little shuck, a little jive, a little old school. There's 10.
There you go.
Oh! Over with a neck breaker.
Oh, Randy Price not only tried.
with the elbow.
Yeah, he's not only going for revenge here. Randy Price is a hell of a showman, and he's out here for the fans just as much as he is, for Brad Michaels. And that's two completely opposite.
And here we
ends
go
of the
again.
spectrum. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
He's got him up. He had him up there. And Michaels reverses it. Again, so close to getting that pile driver in.
How crazy is that there's such an infamous move? Okay, now Michaels going for a pin?
Well, Michaels went for the pin after the elbow drop there, but did it rather lackadaisically. Only got a 2 count, and now back again to that neck. Straight that neck now, turning him over almost.
Oh, that could be trouble for Randy Price.
Yeah, almost into a dragon sleeper here.
Randy trying to get some kind of leverage on Brad to either pull him over the top or do something to pull any kind of reversal that he can get. That's a lot of pain, a lot of pressure being applied to his neck as Brad Michaels continues the brutality.
Well, Michaels couldn't get him down with a wrestling move, so he's going to go straight to the cheating. Blatant choke right in front of the referee. He knows he's got that 4 count, and he knows exactly when to break it, although Mark Wilson had to pull him off there. And now, once again, back in there.
Randy Price looks like he's almost... Yeah, he's out of here right now.
Now Michaels positioning him up on that top rope. This cannot be good for Randy Price. As Michaels ascend up to the second, I think perhaps we're going to see a superplex coming from here, but
wait a minute.
Price on instinct. Price on instinct punching headbutt puts Michaels down, at least gets him off the second rope. But Michaels was able to trip up Price as he attempted to make his way up to that top rope, come down perhaps with a big impact, a big blow across the back of the neck. And so Price now still in a very precarious position as Michaels makes his way back up once again.
Randy Price, you see him making as much effort as he possibly can, considering the beating that he's taken.
You see him punching that top rope.
Yep.
Holding on for dear life. He does not want to get pulled over in this position.
There he goes.
He's able to shove Michaels off again.
And now Randy Price, it would be more convenient for him to take this into the air and onto,
Wow! At the last second, Brad Michaels rolled out of the way. That would have been a frog splash, and that very well could have put this match away.
That was a narrow escape. I think they might have given each other an Indian rug burn as their flesh met as Brad Michaels was rolling away on that one. Randy Price definitely landed on nobody, but they had to have touched. That's how close it was.
Michaels now moves in for a cover. I do not believe he hooked the leg, or he could very well have put this match away himself. But there's still some fight left in Randy Price as Michaels now calls the spot, calls for the turnbuckle, goes to ram Price's head in. Price, though, doing the damage. 3 up top, 3 in the middle, 3 at the bottom.
There it is, he's getting it in.
And 1 more on the floor for good measure.
Brad Michaels is almost certainly dazed and confused right now. Look at, he can't even stand up. And that's something that's got a lot of people here hyped, but I don't think they realize that Randy Price's intentions for the night are not to have.
Oh, Price tried to pick Michaels up perhaps for a body slam, but Michaels slipped over the top there, delivered a suplex, and now both men are down.
Now 2 competitors down in the ring, and that just goes to show you how brutal this match has been and the toll that it's taken on both of these men's bodies. Brad Michaels the first to move. We still haven't seen Randy Price do anything other than breathe.
I'm sure that foot caught the chin of Randy Price. Flush, this very well could be it. 1, 2, and wow.
Very quick, 2.5, and Brad Michaels was sure that he had that one locked in.
You know, they say that with some old school veteran wrestlers, you can go up to them in their bedroom, you can count 2 on their bed, and their shoulder will come up in the middle of a deep sleep.
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm pretty sure that Randy Price was unconscious at that point, and that old school training came in. He subconsciously heard the pound, and that shoulder came up, and there goes Michaels, locking for the pile driver again.
No way, no way, no way!
Can he keep him up? He couldn't keep
Wait
him
a minute, Randy Price now pulling.
Price with a catapult, catapulting Michaels over the top rope.
Brad Michaels in a tremendous amount of pain outside of the ring, and Randy Price is coming out to make sure that damage stays. I mean, even if he doesn't get the pile driver, I would not be surprised to see him just devastate Brad Michaels to the point.
Yeah, but you can see as Price rolled to the outside, you can see it was a little wobbly. The effects of the super kick and the exertion of being able to catapult Michaels over the top certainly seemed to have Price weakened for a moment. He's shaking that off now, though, and the gleam in his eye, the smile on his face as he's measuring Michaels for something.
Oh, Randy Price, unfortunately, taking a hard hit straight to the noggin on the steel staircase that leads into the ring. I mean, granted, he got Brad's head off of the ring itself, but off of those steel stairs, those are a brutal piece of steel, very unforgiving to hit, and now he hits it again.
When flesh meets steel, when it meets those steel stairs, when it meets that ring post, the flesh is going to give way every single time. And oh no!
Not outside the ring, Brad. Not outside the ring.
Mark, get in there. Get in there. Stop.
Mark, you got to break it up.
Oh!
Randy Price.
Desperation move by Randy Price.
It reverses almost certain death.
Yeah, yes, his life could very well have been on the line right there, certainly his career. if Michaels had been able to pull the pile driver off on the outside. Fans, those mats are simply there for the wrestlers basically to wipe their feet on to make sure they don't track anything into the ring. They don't really provide any type of a cushion when they're thrown out of the ring. They're almost more for decoration than anything else. So if Michaels had come down on that pile driver with Price, he very well could have ended Price's career.
Definitely would have crushed a vertebrae, and we'd easily be looking at seeing Randy Price around here in a wheelchair at best. Thankfully, that's not what happened. Now we see both men climbing back in the ring.
Both men struggling to make their way back into the ring here. The exertion of this contest is certainly draining on both of them. I wonder how much more gas is in both men's tanks.
Not much.
Michaels throws a fist in the middle there. Price returns it. I think we've got a slugfest right in the middle of the ring here.
It's an exact slugfest. It's 1-for-1 back and forth from Randy Price to Brad Michaels, and back and forth. It's crazy. Now they're slugging it out. They're starting to gain a little more steam. I guarantee you, it's only those strikes that are waking them up enough and causing the adrenaline to get going. That was Kevin.
Price absolutely levels Michaels with a clothesline. Forearm to the chin, puts Michaels down as well. Axe handle to the chest. Michaels down one more time.
You gotta be kidding me. That's incredible.
Where does Randy Price find this?
He must have dug down deep into that old school part of him and dug up every little bit of old school sucker energy that he could have possibly had left. That's what it takes, and now it's the audience that stands behind Randy Price. What is he getting ready to do? That is the million-dollar
Price
question.
is signaling for it. He says this is the time. We're going to put this away right now. Pile driver coming up. He's got Michael.
And here we go.
He's got
Oh, no.
Michael alone. Price in for the cover. 1, 2, and 3.
There we go. That's a 3 count.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Randy Price!
Well, Randy Price came in here with determination, and he proved that he was the man. He was the rightful man in this situation. He has ended this feud. He's put Brad Michaels down with a pile driver. Michaels has not moved. And congratulations to Randy Price. Wow.
Well, he definitely put an end to it the way that he wanted to, the way that he told you that he was going to. And right now, as much as it's time for celebration for Randy Price, we got to take Brad Michaels' health into consideration.
Well, you see Randy Price, a little more there. A little frustration coming out. He does stand victorious in the middle of the ring. Price now making his way up to that second rope to signal the crowd. The crowd was supporting him.